we just talked about the final box office predictions for the Marvels in terms of the United States. But just a couple of hours went by, and the international predictions have all been accounted for by the major outlets. And to say that the Marvels is looking like it's going to be a disaster might be an understatement. This thing could be the second coming of an Oppenheimer-sized The Flash debut. So once again, the predictions for the United States are between 45 to 50 to 75 on the high end, which, again, yeah, that's down. But what are we looking at internationally? This includes every region outside of North America, specifically the US. Well, it's not good, because when it comes to overseas across every market, the Marvels is looking at a overseas debut of 80 million. Optimistically looking for a global total of 140 million, meaning that it would come in under the Eternals, which was 160, and under Black Widow, which was just shy of 150. And as we currently look at it, the Marvels is tracking about right where the Flash was tracking, but we don't know how it might affect the weekend, because the Flash, well, it didn't do so good even waiting for the rest of the weekend. So who knows how this is going to go. But whatever happens, it's going to be interesting to see just where it comes in. Obviously, its global take on its opening weekend won't even match the United States total of the first film. That's troublesome, very worrisome, but who knows ultimately where it's going to end up, and who knows what Marvel Studios' metrics are for success. And again, as I said with every film, who knows if it has legs? I mean, we're going to definitely talk about it. Internationally, there's some confusion with this film, which is very jarring to people, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's any bans of this film. You know, the typical standard fare that accompanies every film. So we'll see what goes on. As people have noted, there are some films that are currently suffering in international locations due to multiple wars going on. But hey, that's out of our hands. So who knows how that would affect anything, if it would affect anything, really. We don't know. Frankly, I don't care. I'll talk about it when the actual numbers are in, instead of sitting here and doing the hypotheticals that everybody else is doing. We're going to know in a couple of days where this thing ends up and if it's a success or a failure. So we'll definitely be covering the early numbers, the very early numbers as they come in, because those are always a hot ticket item for everybody to talk about. And then ultimately the revisions, which that's the ones we really should care about. You know, the final ones that are revised, like down to the pennies.